أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه الأخيار أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We continue with our lessons on تصريف أستغفر الله التحفة السنية بشرح المقدمة الآجرومية, where we are talking about the باب العطف. We are done with the annat, and so we are looking at the bab al-atf, where the concentration is on the huruf al-atf, inshallah. Interestingly, in our balaga lessons as well, I think we are doing al-atf bil-waw. Yes, so it's quite interesting, Jamil. So when we say al-atf, let me leave it to Ustaz to explain. He will say almost just all that we need to hear. It says, وَحُرُوفُ الْعَطْفِ عَشْرَةٌ وَحُرُوفُ الْعَطْفِ عَشْرَةٌ. We have 10 huruf al-atf. That should stamp in your mind. Anytime وحروف العطف عشرة وحروف العطف عشرة. The numbers are always very important. And they are, he mentions them, al-waw, al-fa, thumma, aw, am, imma, bal, la, lakin, hatta, fi ba'd al-mawadi. So with the hatta, he gives a caveat. Hatta fi ba'd al-mawadi. Not always. Jamil. Even bal, I think, has also that caveat. Jamil. There's al-atf lugatan. When we say al-atf lugatan, huwa al-mayl. Al-mayl bimana mala yamilu al-mayl. Mala bimana to lean towards something. That is al-atf. That is why when we say atafa alayhi bimana, it comes with the meaning in lugha that he felt for him. He showed some sympathy or affection towards him. Mana, you lean towards the person's side. Kullul kulubi ila al-habibi tamilu. Jamil. So when we say al-atf in terms of everyday lugha, it means al-baylu. تقول عطف فلان على فلان أي مال عليه بالرفق والرحمة. When you say عطف فلان على فلان, so and so person has shown عطف upon so and so person, in manner he has leaned towards his side with mercy and tenderness. Jamil. Yes, but then when we come to istilah as a terminology, what is al-atf? ينقسم العطف إلى قسمين. It doesn't even define because it is in two. We have the atf bayan and then we have the atf nasak. Atf bayan and atf nasak. Atf bayan is هو تابع جامد غالبا يشبه النعت في توضيح متبوعه إن كان معرفة وتخصيصه إن كان نكرة مثل جاء أبو علي وليد. When we say عطف البيان doesn't need wasita. It doesn't need huruf. It looks like nat. It comes directly with the matbu'. It is part of the tawabi'. It comes directly with the matbu'. And also takes its i'rab basically. So, and also does the function of tawdih, clarification. If the matbu' is ma'rifah, it clarifies. If the matbu' is nakira, it specifies. Just as the nat was doing, tawdih and takhsis. Atf bayan also does that. But look at atf bayan here. Example, it says, Ja'a Abu Ali. Abu Ali, this person, is called Walid. Say, Ja'a Abu Ali Walidun. So I bring you Abu Ali. Walid here is atf bayan. Walid is atf bayan. So when I say like Ridwan, let's say I have a child. The child name is maybe Muhammad. Say, Ja'a Abu Muhammadin Ridwanu. In that case, what have you done with the Ridwan? It is Ridwan is Abu Muhammad. Abu Muhammad is Ridwan. So you've brought what? Atful Bayan. And this Atful Bayan you brought because the Ridwan is Marifa. Because the Abu Muhammad is Marifa or Abu Ali is Marifa, Atful Bayan comes to clarifies it more. There's سمعت صوتا صراحا. Sawt basically is surah. Or I heard a voice shouting, or the shouting is the voice you heard. So basically the sultan is what you heard. You heard a voice, صراخا here comes to clarifies the sound you heard. It specifies it. The voice you heard was a noise or a shouting. Jamil. So that's what Atful Bayan does. It doesn't need a wasita. So basically that is not our focus here. Though we need to know it under al-atf as in general, but I know we want to know the huruf al-atf. We don't need Atful Bayan. It doesn't use any huruf. The one that uses the huruf is this one, عطف النسق. هو التابع الذي يتوسط بينه وبين متبوعه أحد حروف العطف. When we say عطف النسق, it is the tabi' that where you find between that tabi' and the matbu' there is a tawassut by a harf, which is called harf al-atf. There is a conjunction letter, or conjunction article. For example, جاء الأستاذ والطالب. The teacher and the student came. So the end here wa is the harf al-atf and the at-talibu is the ma'atuf ala al-ustaz. Jamil. Huruf al-atf wa ma'aniha. The next thing to know is knowing the huruf al-atf and what each of them means. Most of them we know, so as well we are going to be a bit faster. Al-waw wa hiya li mutlaq al-jam'i bayna al-muta'atifayn. Wow is just generally to connect two things. It doesn't have any specialty. It's just to connect the two. I bought this and that. I'm not showing you I bought this first or I bought that first. I'm not showing you this is bigger than this. I'm not showing you there is nothing. It's just to tell you the two happened. Jamil. Yes, al-ma'tuf wal-ma'tuf alayhi. You use them to use. You bring the al-ma'tuf, then you bring wa, and then you bring the ma'tuf alayhi. Jamil. You bring the ma'tuf ala al-ma'tuf. So the alayhi, the ha goes back to the al-ma'tuf. Jamil. فلا تدل على ترتيب بينهما. Wow doesn't show tartib, doesn't show sequence. ولا على مصاحبة ولا على تعقيب. It doesn't show being done together. مصاحبة. It doesn't also show ta'qib. This one came and this one came after it. It doesn't show any sequence. It doesn't show which came after what and which in what time it came in. It doesn't show any of that. Jamil. مثل حضر محمود وعلي. Mahmud and Ali came, or Mahmud and Ali were present. Just that. No, we don't know who came first, who came last, and all that. Jamil. As فقد يكون علي حضر قبل محمود وقد يكون العكس وهو الصحيح. It could be that Ali came before Mahmud or the opposite. وقد يكون الزمن بين حضور أحدهما وحضور الآخر طويلا وقد يكون قصيرا. The period between this one coming and that one coming could be long or could be short. We don't know. That one as well is not, the wa doesn't clarify that. وقد يكون حضورهما في وقت واحد. It could be that they also came the same time. That could also be. Jamil. The second one, which is al-fa'u, the fa. وهي للترتيب والتعقيب مع التشريك. The fa shows a tartib, sequence, and it shows ta'qib. It shows that this one came right after it, the next one came. That is ta'qib. أي عقبه. And so when you look at the tartib, is that أن الثاني بعد الأول. The tartib shows that the second one that is mentioned came after the first one, or happened after the first one. والتعقيب أنه عقيبه بلا مهلة. When we say التعقيب, it points to the fact that the second one came right after the first one without any space. This one entered, then the next also followed. So we have what? جاء سعيد فأحمد. So Sa'id came, then Ahmad followed. So when you see fa being used as atf, that is what it means. It means that the second thing happened right after the first. Then ثم وهي للترتيب. ثم as well also gives us the meaning of tartib, sequence. مع التراخي. Afwan, with the first one, the tashriq, I didn't mention. Tashriq bimana being together. Yani being together in the same thing. So when I say kataba Muhammadun fa Ahmadu, and they all did the same function. Jamil. ثم وهي للترتيب مع التراخي. ثم shows sequence and then tarahi. Tarahi أن بين الأول والثاني مهلة, that there is a time span or a period between the first and the second. جميل. مثل نمت ثم قمت نشيطا, I slept and then I woke up active. So ثم قمت shows that you slept and then after a while there was a space between them, between your sleeping and waking up. Then you woke up active. جميل. أو the fourth one is أو, ولها معاني متعددة أهمها, أو has a lot of meanings. The most important is it shows التخيير, يعني giving you choice, to make a choice. You say تزوج ليلى أو أختها, marry Layla or her sister. Here it is not telling you to do the two, you are not allowed, it's not showing allowance. It's just telling you marry this or that, you have to choose. And then أو also comes to mean al-ibaha, permissibility. So we say something like اقرأ الكتاب أو المجلة, اقرأ الكتاب أو المجلة, read the book or the journal. Read the book or the journal. Now you are permitted whichever you want to do. Read the book, the journal, or if you want to read the two together, it shows ibaha. Ashakku also comes to show shak, doubt. Something like nimtu sa'ataini aw thalathan, I slept 2 hours or 3 hours. So shows my doubt. I'm not so sure whether I slept 2 hours or 3 hours. This shows a shak. So the aw here to feed the shak. And then also aw comes to mean ibaha, uncertainty. Afwan, astaghfirullah. Al-ibham. Al-ibham, that is uncertainty or vagueness. Ana musafirun ila Misra aw Lubnan. I'm traveling to Egypt or Lebanon. So not so sure, not certain. Not certain where I'm going to, but I'm going to one of these two, but I'm not certain. Jamil. How comes to give us that meaning? And then we have وهي لطلب التعيين وقد يتقدمها همزة الاستفهام. Is to show, is to request ta'yin, specifying. Jamil. And it might be preceded with hamzatul istifham, as we saw in our lessons, that the hamza is used to ask a question on at-taswir and then at-tasdiq. This will fall under the at-tasdiq. So we have ahadirun tabib, tabibu am ghaibun. Is the tabib present or absent? So here I'm seeking you to give me ta'yin. So what do you answer? You tell me hadirun or ghaibun. You choose one. You specify for me. أو قد يتقدمها همزة التسوية الداخلة على جملة يصح حلول المصدر محلها. This sometimes it might be preceded by Hamzat al-Taswiyah. This Hamzat al-Taswiyah is not for questioning. Likewise in our Balaga, you see something like that. Under the Istifham, the Hamza here is not to ask a question, but to make two things equal. And this Hamzat al-Taswiyah, it comes with a Jumla. This Jumla can be replaced by a Masdar. You will see that clearly with the example. It says, سنسافر سواء سافرت معنا أم لم تسافر. سافرت معنا. What do we say? سنسافر سواء سفرك معنا. سفر. يعني we bring the masdar instead of سافرت with the jumla. سفرك معنا أم عدمه. You travel whether you travel with us or not. So here it is taswiyah. So what should have been brought here? The showing the hamza to taswiyah. Yani you say sanusafiru sawa'un asafarta ma'ana am lam tusafir. The hamza should show there. If you have a copy like this, you put the hamza there. Sanusafiru sawa'un asafarta ma'ana. You see in the Quran, sawa'un astaghfarta lahum. That is hamzatul istifham and then the alif of the istighfar. So sawa'un astaghfarta lahum am lam tastaghfir lahum lan yaghfir Allahu lahum. Astaghfarta lahum am lam tastaghfir lahum. You see the and then the hamza istifham there shows taswiyah. not a question. Whether you do this or that is the same. So the example here, سنسافر سواء أسافرت معنا أم لم تسافر. جميل. والتقدير سواء سفرك معنا وعدمه. يعني you're traveling with us and the opposite are the same to us. We will definitely travel. Says, and then number 6, إما, very important one as well. ويجب أن تسبق بمثلها ولها عدة معان أهمها. This إما must be preceded by the same thing. You have to have إما كذا وإما. إما has to come and then إما will come again. And it gives a lot of meanings. The most important of it is التخيير, giving you choice to choose. خذ من كتبي إما كتابا وإما كتابين. Take from my books. يعني you come here and I tell you خذ من كتبي إما كتابا أو كتابين. Take from my books one book or two. So here is تخيير. I'm giving you the option. And then also it comes to give the meaning of الشك, doubt. Say something like تفوق إما سعيد وإما محمد. One of them was the top. I think Muhammad or Sa'id, one of them topped. That is it. تفوق إما محمد أو علي أو أم علي وإما علي عفوا. تفوق إما سعيد وإما علي or إما محمد. It shows one of them definitely topped, but I'm doubting. And then إباحة, يعني إباحة allowance as أو سافر إما إلى مصر وإما إلى الشام. brought سافر إما إلى مصر وإما إلى الشام. Also as well, if you use the فعل ماضي, it's fine. He traveled either to Misr or to Syria, Sham. Shows that it's permissible. You can go anywhere. Jamil. التقسيم, يعني using إما to categorize things. I think you've seen the تقسيم portion a lot. Say الفعل إما ماض وإما مضارع وإما أمر. We've seen that a lot in our readings. We always see this kind of imma. That gives us the meaning of taqsim. Number 7 is the bal. It says وهي للإضراب. What is إضراب? I say something, then أضرب عنه. And I say something, then I bring the إضراب. أضرب عفوا. إضراب is coming from أضرب. That is to retract. Jamil. I say something, then I retract. Bal comes to give that meaning. I've already said it, but the moment I bring this bal, it shows that I'm retracting on what I said earlier. So we have, for example, it says وَمَعْنَاهُ جَعْلُ مَا قَبْلَهَا فِي حُكْمِ الْمَسْكُوتِ عَنْهُ. Making what you've said before the bal. When bal comes, it makes what you said before it be in the ruling of al-maskut anhu, that which hasn't been said. وَقَدْ يَلِيهَا مُفْرَدٌ وَقَدْ يَلِيهَا جُمْلَةٌ. It can be preceded by, or it can be followed by a singular word or a jumla. فإن تلتها جملة لم تكن عاطفة وإنما هي عندئذ حرف ابتداء يدل على الإضراب الإبطالي أو الانتقالي. Very important. If the bal is followed by a sentence, then the bal here is not doing atf. It becomes حرف الابتداء. It becomes حرف الابتداء. Man, you are beginning a new sentence. Even the wa has that kind of feature sometimes. So you say wa wal ibtida like that. So the bal here, when it comes and it's followed by a sentence, it says in that it becomes harf ibtida. Harf ibtida shows that the sentence that is coming after it is becoming a full sentence on its own. And then it becomes yadullu, it points to al-idrab, retraction, al-ibtali, retraction that kind of collapses what is said earlier. Awal intiqali, or shows that you move to a new phase. This phase is over. And the verse he brings is very important. He said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. The one that has purified himself, his heart, aflaha, is successful, and mentioned his Lord's name, fasalla, and praise, is those are successful ones. Then he says, بل تؤثرون الحياة. This is it. But you people, you choose the life of this world. So what I've done is that I've closed this chapter. You are not like that. This is how you are. So I've done a retraction on, not retracted, kind of collapsed it, but then I've moved to a new phase. This is your phase. You are not like this. So بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا. I begin a new sentence. Shows you that you are not like this. جميل. وإن تلاها مفرد فهي عاطفة بشرط ألا يسبقها استفهام. شرط ألا يسبقها استفهام. ادرس الطب بل الهندسة. ادرس الطب, learn medicine or study medicine. بل الهندسة, rather engineering. So study medicine, then I say rather engineering. What I've said earlier, take it in the ruling of al-maskut anhu. Yani I didn't say it at all. Take it like it's not. I've retracted my statement. Jamil. And then you have the number 8, which is la. La, our own la. No or not. وهي تنفي عما بعدها نفس الحكم الذي ثبت لما قبلها. When la comes, the ruling of what is before it, la negates it for what comes after it. So if I say Redwan slept, not Muhammad, bimana Redwan slept, that ruling is affirmed. Not Muhammad means Muhammad didn't sleep. So the negative of it is affirmed for what comes after that, the la. So Ja'a Umaru, Umar came, la Khalidun, bimana la ma Ja'a Khalidun. It negates it for Khalid. Ja'a Umaru, la Khalidun. Akala Muhammadun, la Aliyun. Then number 9, لكن للاستدراك. We've seen istidrak, that is contrast. وهي تدل على تقرير حكم ما قبلها وإثبات ضده لما بعدها. Istidrak is you affirming the ruling of what comes before the lakin and then affirming the negative of that for what comes after the lakin. How? Say ما نجح محمود لكن علي. ما نجح محمود. The hukum here is negative. Ali, Mahmud didn't pass. Lakin Aliyun. It means that what comes after the lakin is the opposite of what came before the lakin. So when I say ma najaha Mahmudun lakin Ali, it means lakin najaha Aliyun. That is what the istidrak means. It says hatta, that is the number 10, وهي للتدريج والغاية. Hatta comes to show tadrij, bimana some bit by bit, gradual movement. And al-ghaya shows destination. Jamil. والتدريج هو الدلالة على انقضاء الحكم شيئا فشيئا. When we say at-tadrij is the fact that something is happening bit by bit. Jamil, bit by bit. أكلت السمكة حتى رأسها. أكلت السمكة. حتى is the عطف. رأسها is the معطوف على السمكة. So you say رأسها. It means that I ate the fish bit by bit to its head. وأنا أكلت السمكة حتى أكلت رأسها. جميل. وتأتي حتى ابتدائية غير عاطفة. حتى also comes to show ابتدائية بمعنى a new sentence is going to begin and not عاطفة. إذا كان ما بعدها جملة. If what comes after the حتى is a sentence, then the حتى becomes a حرف ابتداء. ذهب الأولاد حتى خالد ذهب. So in this case, when you see ذهب الأولاد حتى خالد ذهب, بمعنى خالد here it's beginning a new sentence. خالد ذهب is a new sentence on its own. وتأتي جارة. And so let me look at this one with this حتى in particular. Let me say أكلت السمكة حتى رأسها. I don't say حتى رأسها. When I say حتى رأسها, then it means that this حتى is a جملة ابتدائية, حرف ابتدائي. So رأسها, I'm beginning a new رأسها, I'm beginning a new sentence. So what the takdir is that akaltu samakata hatta ra'asuha akaltu. Even its head, I ate it. So I'm beginning a new sentence. So even if I don't bring the complete sentence, you know that there's a takdir. Because of the i'rab, I didn't make it ma'tuf ala ma qabla hatta. Says وَتَأْتِي جَارَةً نَحْوَ قَوْلِهِ تَعَالَى. The hatta also comes as harf jar. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, حَتَّى مَطْلَعِ الْفَجْرِ إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. مطلع الفجر حتى مطلع الفجر بمعنى إلى مطلع الفجر. So that حتى هي is حرف جر بمعنى إلى until. جميل. So that is what it does. And then the last portion of it is حكم حروف العطف. This is something we know, so I wouldn't even, hopefully, I'll just read through. فإن عطفت على مرفوع رفعت أو على منصوب نصبت أو على محفوظ خفضت أو على مجزوم جزمت. يعني the عطف is also part of the توابع. The معطوف عليه the معطوف is also part of the توابع. And so when you do عطف, the word that comes after the حرف العطف, it takes the i'rab of what comes before it. So if it's مرفوع مرفوع منصوب منصوب like that. قام زيد وعمر رأيت زيدا وعمرا مررت بزيد وعمر وزيد لم يقم ولم يقعد. لم يقعد. says إن هذه الأحرف تجعل ما بعدها تابعا لما قبلها في حكمه الإعرابي. These حروف, they make what comes before them have the same i'rab, what comes after them have the same i'rab with what comes before them. إذا كان المتبوع مرفوعا كان التابع مرفوعا نحو نضج العنب والتفاح. The grape and the apple have become ripe. They've become ripe, ready for eating. إذا كان المتبوع منصوبا كان التابع منصوبا نحو كل eat إما عنبا وإما تفاحا. Eat either the grape or eat either a grape or an apple. إذا كان المتبوع مجرورا كان التابع مجرورا نحو ذهبت إلى المدرسة ثم البيت. جميل. مجرور مجرور. إذا كان المتبوع مجزوما كان التابع مجزوما أيضا لم يأتي محمد أو يبلغ عن غيابه. Muhammad didn't come and he didn't inform of his absence. جميل. فائدة الاسم يعطف على الاسم. Now is made معطوف on now والفعل يعطف على الفعل and فعل is made معطوف on its sibling which is another فعل. جميل. This brings us to the end of this our lesson, the باب العطف حروف العطف. جميل. Till we meet again on our next chapter which is the باب التوكيد. We are gradually seeing the end of this material as well. May Allah bless it for us and aid us to go through it. When you are learning, you shouldn't just learn and be like that. You have to consistently pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant you the understanding of whatever you learn. You have to always be in contact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He is the Alim. It is His knowledge that He gives us the blessings of thereof so that we also know something at least. So we always pray, Allahumma alimna ma yanfa'una wa anfa'ana bima 'allamtana wa zidna ilman. We always keep repeating that and it becomes a word for us. Jamil. Till we meet again on our next lesson at Tawqeed. Have a very good Arabic time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.